Hello students, today we are going to study about the some important compounds of sodium. So students, in this first of all we will study about the uh, first compound, that is sodium carbonate Na2CO3 dot 10H2O, that is washing soda. So we will study about the formation of washing soda. A well known process is there, that is Solvay process is there for the formation of washing soda. So I am just explaining this process to you. So students, what is there? There is a saturation tank, and in this saturation tank NaCl plus water, that is brine, is filled, and afterwards here it will be ammonia. A brine will be filled, and through this brine ammonia as well as carbon dioxide, these both are passed at the same time from this saturated tank or saturation tank. So what happened here, as a result of this, there are so many compounds are formed, and all these are filtered. All the residues get collected in the filter, and only NaCl, water and ammonia, they get passed. Okay, they get separated only, and rest of all the chemical compounds which are formed over here, they are stored and remain as a residue in the filter, and NaCl, water and ammonia are filtered away. Now these ammonia, water, NaCl, water and ammonia, these are passed to a carbonating tank. In this carbonating tank, through this carbonating tank, CO2 is also passed, means these are shifted to the carbonating tank, and through this carbonating tank the carbon dioxide gas is passed. This carbon dioxide gas is passed, means produced by heating calcium carbonate. So when the calcium carbonate is heated, then calcium oxide, that is on heating limestone, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gases are formed. So this carbon dioxide is passed through this heating chamber to the carbonating tank. Now here this carbon dioxide react with these compounds. How it react? That the ammonia, carbon dioxide and water, means ammonia react with carbon dioxide in the presence of aqueous medium to form ammonium carbonate. Okay, and then this ammonium carbonate continuously again react with the carbon dioxide, because carbon dioxide here is present in excess, so it will react with the carbon dioxide to form ammonium bicarbonate or ammonium hydrogen carbonate. The compound form ammonium hydrogen carbonate react with the sodium chloride, that is NaCl, to form sodium hydrogen carbonate and ammonium chloride. Now what happened? So in this carbonating tank we are having two products form, ammonium hydrogen carbonate and ammonium chloride. Student, what happened? That this is filtered. Now this whole solution is filtered, but the main thing is that this sodium hydrogen carbonate is it gets settled in the form of precipitate, and this is present in the form of liquid solution. So when this whole compound, means the mixture is separated, then the sodium bicarbonate, it gets separated, it remain in the filter in the form of residue, because it get precipitated over here in the form of solid. In solid form it get precipitated over here. So we are having a PPT of sodium bicarbonate, and then the ammonium chloride, it get filtered away, and this ammonium chloride is passed to the recovery tank. Okay, so let's consider this one. So this sodium bicarbonate, which gets separated by the filter, it is then heated, and when it is heated, then it forms sodium carbonate, and CO2 and water are released. CO2 gas and water are released. So in this way we are having sodium carbonate we have formed, and this CO2 and this water, these are again sent to the carbonating tank. As well as what happened to the ammonium chloride? The ammonium chloride is passed to the recovery tank. So what happened? The water over here formed. This water is collected, and then this water, suppose this is a water tank, and through this water the calcium oxide is sent over here. So here, in the presence of water, it forms the calcium hydroxide, and this calcium hydroxide is passed to the recovery tank, and in this recovery tank calcium hydroxide is filled, and from here ammonium chloride is passed. When ammonium chloride is passed through this recovery tank, then what happen? Then again the ammonia is formed. Like ammonium chloride, it react with the calcium hydroxide in the recovery tank, and it form ammonia, calcium chloride and water. This ammonia is again transferred to the saturated tank. So continuously, again and again, the process is going to be continue. Students, so in this way the washing soda is formed. Now this, what happened to this washing soda? It is further hydrated to form the Na.CO3.10H2O. Okay, so because sodium carbonate which is formed, it is again, because we know it is readily soluble in water. So what happened, that it react with the water to form Na2CO3.10H2O. If we heat it above 373 Kelvin temperature, then it again form the anhydrous sodium carbonate. Okay. Now what happened? There is a very important reason that we are over here, we are using the NaCl only. Why we are not able to form potassium carbonate by this process? We are not able to form the potassium carbonate by this process. Only sodium carbonate can be formed. This is because the potassium hydrogen carbonate, which will be formed as a result of reaction of ammonium hydrogen carbonate with potassium chloride. If we are using the salt of potassium, then potassium chloride will be here, then potassium carbonate will be formed. But the sodium hydrogen carbonate is actually insoluble in water, means it is get settled or get accumulated in the form of precipitate. But the potassium hydrogen carbonate which will be formed, it is actually less soluble, means we can say it is very soluble in water. It get too much soluble along with the ammonium chloride, that we are not able to separate it, or to precipitate it. We have to do some extra efforts by using ammonium hydrogen carbonate. So that's why we are not able to form potassium carbonate by Solvay process. Now students, we will discuss about the properties of sodium carbonate. So sodium carbonate is a white crystalline solid, and it is generally exist in the presence of sodium carbonate decahydrate. It is also called as washing soda, and it is readily soluble in water. On heating, if we heat it, then on heating we again get the sodium carbonate only, and all the water molecule get evaporated. Okay, first of all it will form sodium carbonate monohydrate, and if we heat it continuously above 373 Kelvin temperature, then it get converted into a white powdered colored substance which is called sodium carbonate or anhydrous sodium carbonate. It is also called the soda ash. This white powder anhydrous sodium carbonate is also called soda ash. The carbonate part of sodium carbonate, it also get hydrolyzed by water to form an alkaline solution. There are certain uses of the washing soda, like it is used for the softening of hard water, it is used in laundries for cleaning of cloths, it is used in the manufacturing of glass, soap, borax and caustic soda. It is used in the paper, paints, that is textile industries, and it is also used as a laboratory reagent in both qualitative and quantitative analysis, that is in the study of the ions. Okay, so this is the Solvay process, that is for the formation of the washing soda.